Alright. Hi everybody. We're gonna take a look at Diablo. Original Diablo. This fine game right here. And the reason we're looking at this is not so much to look at original Diablo, but we're actually taking a look at it to kind of teach people about the Butcher. He's coming out as a hero tomorrow, and I want people to know what the Butcher's about. And I'm not talking about Diablo 3 Butcher. Diablo 3 Butcher ain't the real Butcher. I'm gonna test the audio real quick though before we get going, so hang on one more moment. That music is a little bit loud. Seemed a little loud to me. Okay, that's actually as quiet as we can make it. So, just turn everything down as low as we can and just hope for the best. Yeah, anyway, let's look at the Butcher. We're gonna see if we can make it to him, actually, I should say, because there is certainly no guarantee that that will happen. It's been a long time since I've played Diablo. Just getting logged into the chat here. We might take a look at little bits and pieces of what makes Diablo. You know, like talking to this guy.
And a fellow drinking peace?
Listen to him say, fellow drinking
you,
peace.
And I ain't. But if I was, I'd sell all that stuff you got and get out of here. That boy out there, he's always got something good, but you gotta give him...
So, one of the really cool things about original Diablo, just before we get into it here, is that there were actually a random set of quests that the game would have. Like, this water in the middle of the fountain. Right now it's all very blue and pristine and nice looking water. But actually there would be times where it would be yellow and you would get a quest to purify the water. And you just never knew if your playthrough was going to have it or not. Like, random quests was a really neat idea and not one that I think they ever brought back to the series itself. Also, I should really change it so it doesn't say we're playing Heroes of the Storm, but oh well. You know, before we begin looking for the Butcher, though, we have to talk to the man. Before he was super old, when he was just regular old, Deckard Cain.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Poor Farnham. He is a disquieting reminder of the doomed assembly that entered into the cathedral with Lazarus on that dark day. He escaped with his life, but his courage and much of his sanity were left in some dark pit. He finds comfort only at the bottom of his tankard nowadays, but there are occasional bits of truth buried within his constant ramblings.
There we go. Early Deckard Cain. I love it. Back when he sounded a little more Sean Connery-esque than how he ultimately ended up. We're not going to talk to anybody else. Our goal is the Butcher. Our goal is not being the man about town. I can't promise that I'm going to play this game well. It has been a very long time since I've played Diablo. And I can't say that I remember a lot of it. But we're going to try and find the Butcher anyway. I don't even remember what floor he's on. I think it's the 3rd floor. No idea, though.
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
So, the first thing you're going to notice is that this game looks its age. This game has not necessarily aged gracefully, but it is still a great game. I wanted to test it this morning to make sure that I'd be able to actually stream it out later today, and what was supposed to be just a 3-second test to make sure it was installed and gonna run, I ended up playing it for about 20 minutes. So it can still pull you in. The gameplay is still good enough for that. But my goodness, it's hard to even tell what's going on here. Look at that. It's messy. Just a bunch of pixels going on. Got this sweet Falchion. It is not identified. So we will need to get that to Deckard Cain to identify before we can equip it. Which is going to also cost money. He doesn't do it for free. There, I've recovered the potion that I used up just to get to this point. We'll go ahead and keep exploring. We're going to keep exploring, though. There are so many things that I've learned kind of going back to this game that you take for granted nowadays in gaming in general that this game just didn't have because it was just too early. Like, there weren't games like this. You know, you look at this and it's like, okay, well, is this club better than my short sword? Well, I'll hit Alt to compare or Shift to compare. Like, none of that works. You just have to say, okay, that's 1 to 6. That's 2 to 6. Alright, I guess this dagger is actually better. Yes, Spaz, this is Diablo 3. I have named my character the canonical name. This is Prince Aiden. Keeping with that deep Diablo lore. Also, I could have sworn there was a way to show the names of items on the ground, but maybe that was just a Diablo 2 thing, because I've hit all the keys that I thought did it, and none of them are doing it. So you have to kind of just look at the ground to see if anything fell. I mean, they do sound cues so you can hear it, but, you know, when you're in the chaos and you're just hitting things, you know, like, that's gold. You have to remember, okay, that's gold, I need to pick that up, and I need to not leave it just sitting on the ground. There's no great identifier that there's loot, potentially great loot, just sitting on the ground waiting to be picked up. You kind of have to mouse over it. I don't think it was until Diablo 2 that they added a button that would actually add a little display so that you could easily tell that it was there. Although, again, I could have sworn it was in this game, so it could just be a case of I don't remember how to do it, but... Leveled up. You'll note we have also come a long way in the ways of leveling up fanfare. That was level up. I know because it says level up down in the corner. That is the notice that I got. I'm actually going to hold off leveling up because I got this sweet Falchia. I want to equip it, but items have requirements, and I may not meet those requirements, so we gotta be careful. Let's go, you know, let's keep this gameplay loop going. Let's show the whole thing. Let's head back up to town. Also, you'll note he moves a lot faster if you can get him to go the one particular diagonal. So you will actually catch yourself in this game intentionally walking in diagonals simply to make him go faster. So you'll just go, alright, well I need to go somewhere, I'll go diagonally, because he moves exceptionally fast diagonally. Compared to how he normally moves. Which is mind-numbingly slow. But, I mean, that's just the thing, like, it's easy to kind of poke fun at it now, but it's just a prime example of how games have evolved over time. You know, when I first played this game, yeah, I noticed it took a while to get everywhere, but
Stay a while
that's just
and
how it
listen.
went. So, here we go. Falchion, it's telling me what's required to identify it. Yep, go ahead and identify it. He tells me what it is. We say done. Transaction over. Now I know what this is. I can equip it. I'm running low on gold. So let's go talk to old Griswold the blacksmith.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Repair the Falchion. Yeah, sure, repair the dagger, why not? Sell items. I mean, just look at this interface. My goodness. Sorry if it sounds like I'm just being oohed and awed by this game, but in a way I kind of am. It's just been so long since I've played it. You sometimes don't remember the game as it actually was. Sometimes you remember the game, you know, that you kind of choose to remember, and you forget where we've come from. And I just forgot that it was a all-text interface to do anything in this game. You know, I've got that Falchion equipped. Look at how well that's reflected on my character. That looks exactly the same as the dagger. So, let's keep going through this dungeon. We're still on the first floor here, making our way. We could shoot down to the second floor, but let's be responsible. Go ahead and put a couple points in strength, a point in magic, and a point in vitality. Smack that guy in the face. Magic is actually a useful skill for the warrior. One of the really interesting things about Diablo 1 is the idea of multi-classing. You can have a heavy spellcaster warrior if you want. You just have to kind of work at it. It takes effort. But he'll learn all sorts of spells before the day is done. Should have gotten healed while I was in town. Forgot you had to go visit a healer. That's the other funny thing, is there are some mechanics and things that still exist from the old Diablo games in the new Diablo games, but they have been made obsolete by the way games are made now. So in Diablo 3, there are still healers, like characters you talk to and you will just be brought up to full health. But that game is so quick on regeneration and, you know, getting your health back up, that by the time you get back to town, it's kind of trivial that you have healed up. Got sweet cap. Probably equip some of this stuff. I still see monsters running around. There we go. Look at how much...
I don't have a spell ready.
He doesn't have a spell ready. Guys, don't make him try and cast the spell. He doesn't have one ready. There. Not exactly well reflected the equipment I've just put on. Now it does eventually show up. I think it's in tiers. I think it's less like, hey, you equip this item so you see a 1-for-1. I think it's as you upgrade quality of gear, you eventually get to a point where the gear reflects just something completely different for you. We may or may not see any of that. Depends on how long it takes for us to get to the butcher and what drops between here and the butcher. I mean, this game was a slower-paced game for sure, and you very frequently had this little map open, telling you where exactly to go. A small axe. There we go. Another level up. Scroll of Healing. Book of Firebolt. So, this shows you what I'm talking about. 15 magic required to learn the Book of Firebolt. So, let's take a look at that. We can get to 15 magic with this, so let's go ahead and do that just for illustrative purposes here. It's probably not the smartest move to do, but that's okay. We'll put the other one in that, I guess. So, we've learned Fireball. We now have that. We're now a warrior with Fireball. Very important. Helmet is not better, but it has a higher durability. 2 to 10. I still think that what I have equipped is generally better. Again, nothing really in place in the game to easily or quickly tell me that that is the case. See? Fireball. Cast it again. Boom! Fireball. But, as you can also see, he doesn't have a high mana pool, so casting that fireball is cool and all, but I got to cast it all of twice before I was out of mana.
Too much baggage.
Well, crud. And he's already out of inventory space. So, now, like all good Diablo games, next stop is out of here to go sell. And it is a super tiny inventory. This is why one of the very first things that you will see people invest in is stockpiling up on Scroll of Town Portal, which lets them teleport directly to the town as opposed to having to take the exits. There are eventually shortcuts as you go further down, so you don't have to walk through every floor again, but generally speaking, that is exactly what you have to do. First things first, let's talk to Pepin.
What ails you, my friend?
Receive healing. I don't remember what recharges mana. Maybe that's
Hello,
Adria.
my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Let's see. Torn Flesh of Souls. This seems cool, but I have no idea where I equip it. Oh, I apparently equip it on my chest. Well, what do you know? I now don't have a place to put that, so I guess we're gonna go sell first.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Now we can go pick up the stupid hat. Now we can go sell the stupid hat.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Hi, Griswold. I don't want to talk to you. I just want to sell you this hat I found. And now we can leave the shop. Let's go see if Adria restores my magic. Just out of curiosity. Also gives you a chance to see Adria and her hut. Anybody who's played Diablo 3 knows she's an important character. Her hut is one of the first places you go. She also, by the way, before I even talk to her, she is the biggest over-actor voice actress in this game. I love it. All of her dialogue is very over the top. He's not gonna talk.
The greatest power is often the shortest lived. You may find ancient words of power written upon scrolls of parchment. The strength of these scrolls lies in the ability of either apprentice or adept to cast them with equal ability.
Isn't that good?
Their weakness is that they must first be
The power of scrolls. Okay. Maybe she doesn't restore magic. I don't know where I go for that.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
I'll go ahead and sell stuff. She's gonna be that way, though. I don't know how you get mana back in this game. It's gonna just have to be a mystery, I guess. If anybody knows, you can tell me, but honestly, it's not that important. I probably shouldn't even have been bothering with it. Our goal is to see the Butcher, not to play this game to the end. Now, I am trying to level up to some degree, because the enemies do get progressively harder as you go down levels. I don't want to actually just die. You know, you do kind of want to keep the progress going. So that's why I'm kind of checking out all the rooms, even though it probably seems silly that I've already found the stairs down to the next floor. Alright, we got a Scroll of Identify. That is useful because that allows me to identify a magic item without having to go back to town. So that's a super handy item because, as you can tell, trips to town kinda suck. And you would not be wrong if that is what it looked like. It's exactly what they... It's exactly how I feel about them. And I'm actually going to go ahead and go down to the next floor. Let's see what we got going on down there. So, as we make our way looking for the Butcher here, I do want to kind of talk about the Butcher a little bit, because the Butcher, you know, I was super excited when I saw he was going to be in Diablo 3. I was a bit let down by his appearance in Diablo 3. And that's kind of why I'm doing this, is to show, you know, why people who played the original Diablo probably didn't love Diablo 3's incarnation of the Butcher. And I don't even know if it's gonna play. Like, there's a good chance that you'll see this and you'll say, that was the Butcher? Like, that's what all these people were talking about? Like, that doesn't seem cool or interesting at all. And maybe you're right. But the thing about the Butcher is he was totally unexpected, and at the time in the game, he was the scariest thing in the world. You know, up to this point, you can see I'm kind of killing everything with one hit. Sometimes I have to swing a couple times to get the attack to hit and not miss. But generally speaking, it's just one hit, one kill. Maybe you run into something a little tougher that takes more than that. The Butcher is kind of where the game takes a shift. a very odd map layout, because I can tell that there is a lot of stuff up above, but no way to get up there. Except by going down this way. You can see now it's throwing some red skeletons at us. Those take a couple hits to kill. Little indication that, hey, difficulty's ramping up. It's not going to be just one click, one kill. Again, it's not like they're freaking me out. It's not like there's a bunch of danger over them or anything like that. Could have sworn I saw a mana potion. I did. Let's drink that. Barely did anything. Potion. There we go. There's some mana. And so that guy's glowing, so he's probably a named mob, so he's probably a little bit tougher, gonna drop slightly better loot. Shoot a fireball at him. Because why not? Let's clear out his friends. Zap him again. This is Rot Feast the Hungry. He dropped a spiked club. Good old Rot Feast. So we can use the Scroll of Identify, and we have 6 + 9 to magic. Not really better. Also, one of our items is breaking, which is why we've got that repair thing going. We'll see how important that becomes. It's always important to repair items. I actually think I have skill, item repair. Repair my gear. Alright, there's the next floor down. We now know how to get down there, but we'll keep doing a little bit of exploring here. Also leveled up. Explosive barrels are not fun in this game unless you are the archer, and then they're not that big of a deal because you just don't stand by them. Diablo 2 definitely offered some very significant changes to this game. Alright, another big book room. Healing. Dagger. Book of Charged Bolt. Not nearly enough mana to, or magic power to learn that. So I guess we're just gonna carry it around with us. So that's the other thing that's kind of fascinating about the Butcher, is how much attention he gets as a character, despite the fact that he's found so early in the game. I mean, we're not far from him. I already am not sure if he's on this floor or if it's, the next one. I don't know. It's somewhere between floor 1 and 5 is where the Butcher is. But he's very early in the game. He's not a late game appearance by any stretch of the imagination. So I think that's something of a testament to how interesting and compelling the character is, because he doesn't make an early appearance, yet everybody kind of latched onto him. Check floor 3. I have a feeling it's floor 3. I don't know where that comes from, but somewhere in my deep-seated Diablo memories it says 3. And if I'm wrong, well, I've already proven that those memories aren't very good. Alright, we got another named boss here. This is Gortongue. No resistances, some magic immunities. We're just gonna hit him with a sword and hope he dies. Eventually. He died. Eventually. Let's check out the saber. 1 to 8, 12% chance to hit. That actually might be a bit of an upgrade over what we had, so I'm gonna equip it. And we got a chance to level up. Let's move that up to 30, 23, and 36. Oh, we got another named down here. Alright. This is not actually very good at all. Yep. And that's death. Oh. Well, guess what I just learned about Diablo? Apparently you have to save your game if you want to continue your game. Otherwise, you just have to select new game and start over completely fresh. Well, there's what I'm talking about. There's a new quest. This would be the water quest. Oh my gosh. I completely forgot you had to save your game in this game. That sounds so dumb now. Because of course you did, because that's what you did back in the day. But that character is gone. And all his hard work. Forgotten forever. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a run.
The sanctity of this
for
place
the
has been
Butcher.
fouled.
In fact, I'm gonna look up and see what floor the Butcher is actually on. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can just see him. Because I'm gonna feel real dumb if I have to look it up in a YouTube clip or something. He's on dungeon level 2. Alright, well we're now on dungeon level 2, so let's see if we can find him real quick. Dark Passage. Ugh, I'm getting arrows shot at me like crazy. Let's go into the Dark Passage. I don't know where this takes us. There's nothing I like about that. Coming back up. Ah! Stop shooting arrows at me! No! No! Stupid skeletons. We didn't have to deal with any of this last time. Those are the worst. Well, that bums me out even more because we were on level 3 last time. Great. Now I've got bosses shooting arrows at me. It's nuts. Let's see if we can find the butcher real quick. Ignore everybody else. We're just looking for the butcher. All you arrow guys are gonna have to just wait. We're busy. We're on a mission. Uh-oh. And we got more of those rat guys. Those don't do any favors. They eat me. Quite badly, as a matter of fact. Just keep running. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. None of this is important. None of this matters. We just need to see the butcher to prove that he's dangerous. As if I haven't already proven there's dangers in this game. Okay, you all are the worst. Guys, I don't think this run's gonna be the one. I've got a bad feeling about this run. I've backed into a corner and I'm pretty sure this is just gonna go bad. There's a boss with arrows. Yeah, there we go. Another death. Okay. I got a good feeling about this one. This is gonna be the butcher run we all wanted. That one was just a fake. To throw everybody off. I mean, the sole purpose of this whole thing was to show the butcher, so it would be defeatist of me to not do it, right? If I quit. Look at this guy. He wasn't here before. He's not gonna talk, though. He's got no voice actor for him.
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
Alright. Let's give this a real try here. Skeleton. Nobody wants you.
I don't have a spell ready.
He doesn't have a spell ready. Well, I will say this about our misguided runs that we've had so far tonight. It did prove my point about what the random quests in this game were. It was very cool. You kinda didn't know what to expect when you logged in. Or when you logged in. Started playing. This room's filled with gold! I'm actually curious if the butcher is actually a random encounter, now that I'm thinking about it. I thought he was always there, but maybe I just played enough of this game that that's what I thought. Maybe he's just a strong suggestion. We strongly suggest the appearance of the butcher without actually condoning his full appearance. Crank up that vitality so that when I'm just running around I can survive. Seems like a smart plan. Scroll of healing, scroll of identify, scroll of identify, firebolt, scroll of identify. That would all be far more useful if I had something to identify, but that's okay. If you keep seeing me randomly open odd menus, it's because I'm not used to the shortcut commands for Diablo 1. Oddly enough, have not remained consistent throughout the series, although some of them have. The music's pretty great. This is some pretty tense sounding music. Makes you feel like you're on your way to something rough.
I don't have a spell ready.
His voice leaves a little bit to be desired. You can actually very easily in this game get overwhelmed and die because your character recoils occasionally when he gets hit. If you get surrounded by enough enemies, it's actually possible to get stuck in kind of a recoil loop where you're just constantly falling back going, and you actually are not able to deal any damage because you're just constantly getting hurt. This is actually a really, really big floor 1. What is it to learn that? 15 magic? You know what? I think it's worth it to get it out of my inventory. I'm taking it. And that. Scroll of Identify. Shield of Sturdiness. My cape, as you can see, got broken until destroyed, so I don't get that anymore. That's super cool of the game to do. Another Scroll of Identify. To hit minus 4%. So this sword actually is really a piece of crap. Seems to be what it's telling me right there. As far as I can read it, I didn't know that Diablo had, like, intentionally bad items, but it's kind of what I'm reading into that. I don't necessarily think that's wrong. Durability was a serious issue in Diablo 1. It was not a gold sink like what it has become in WoW and other games where it's like, oh yeah, just come in, give us some money, and you're done. It was very much a, no, this is something you need to be worried about and potentially stop adventuring and go back to town to deal with, otherwise your stuff might be gone and unusable in the game. Because Diablo doesn't care if it ruins your day. It's not Diablo's problem. Okay, so here's the deal. I got access to floor 2. I do not really have healing items. I've got 2 scrolls of healing. I really don't want to go back to town. Let's see if we can find the butcher. In honor of tomorrow. I will stay up until tomorrow if I have to. Ugh, these guys are gross. Hi Jane, in the chat. How are you? Hope all is well. Oh, that's some awesome looking armor. Yeah. That looks like that's gonna take real good care of me. I've got this item repair thing. I should probably use it. Seems like a thing a person should do. If their gear keeps breaking and falling apart. Go away. Go away, you're all gross. Oh, that's a lot of guys. What happened to the healing? Thought that was supposed to be healing. It doesn't seem to have worked. Alright, well, I don't want to die, so I'm going to do this. We're going to do one town run in an effort to keep my sanity and not have to try all this again. You can already see the fatigue of this older game setting in, where I don't want to go to town. Just no, anything but that. Don't make me go back. It just takes so long. Such a long walk from the inn or the cathedral down here. Is she who restores mana? Talk to her. Maybe she is. No, she just wants to chat.
Good day.
I still don't
How may
remember
I
how you
serve
get
you?
mana back in this game. If it's even possible.
I'm glad I...
Yeah,
What
yeah.
ails you, my friend?
Receive healing. Can I buy items from you? Yeah, I would like some healing potions. Let's say at least 3. That does seem like a fair amount. Okay. So,
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Griswold. Sell stuff. I hope that wasn't a super valuable item that I just sold, but it looked like it would have a negative impact on me, so I don't know what else to say. Just mana pots, man. Remember when all magic users learned how to just get mana back naturally over time? That was an awesome day. Makes me wonder how I did this, because I remember playing this warrior, and I remember playing him as essentially a spell-casting warrior. So I had to be casting spells like crazy. Alright. Now you're all gonna die. Because I went to town. Now I'm prepared for you. And y'all got nothing. And we're gonna keep looking for the butcher. Has anybody seen the butcher? Great. These things are gross. They're hard to kill. I don't like them. Get in here. Here's a Diablo enemy that hasn't really made a big comeback at all. These hidden. They're kind of a good example of what I was talking about, though. Characters that are really good at staggering you, and as a result make it very difficult to keep progressing. So, I'll give myself a little boost to strength, a little boost to health. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Those guys are rough. They don't pull punches. These ghouls are totally fine. I'm down with ghouls. Town portal, good with that. If I end up needing to teleport back to town, I will be very happy to have that. That guy. Ah, it's a room full of them. You guys suck. You're the worst. Already burned through all the potions I got. Not a great start to life. We got more town portal scrolls. We can get there if we need to. Just go a little bit at a time. Keep going. We're gonna keep going though. I'm certainly getting enough scrolls. gone. These guys are annoying. These are the worst enemies I've ever faced. And they sound like the dudes from Oddworld. And this one takes a gazillion hits to die. Why won't you die? There we go. Because he was going to make me level up, that's why. I did it. I put 20 points in magic. Or did I do that in dexterity? No, I don't remember. Magic, I guess. Why am I doing that with my points? I have no idea. I don't understand the point of points anymore. It's been too long. We're gonna just keep looking for the butcher. He's all that matters. Nothing else in this game matters, just the butcher. I do have this sweet thing that I can zap people with, I guess. Should it ever come to that? The room looks chock full of enemies to me. Just keep luring them. Identify. Scroll of healing. Supposedly that heals me. Oh, a book of healing. Alright, alright. Alright, I like where this is going. Look at that, a healing spell. I have officially become a paladin. Boom! Health. I find you all less scary because now I am a sweet paladin what can self-heal at least once, maybe twice. Boom. I heard a scroll fall on the floor, and either I picked it up or I can't find it now. Alright, no shield, but I got this cool axe. That's pretty sweet. I can't learn that spell yet, though. What are our quests? Ah, the butcher.
Please, listen to me.
Let's see what he says.
Archbishop Lazarus. He led us down here to find the lost prince. The bastard led us into a trap. Now everyone is dead, killed by a demon he called the Butcher. Avenge us. Find this butcher and...
Okay. Perfect. Look at that. We got the quest for the butcher. This is the run. I'm telling you, this is the run. I know it. We got the quest for him. We got stuff to do. I am now officially lost. I can't read this map at all. I don't even know how to get back if I wanted to. Okay, it's this way. This is gonna be the one. I'm gonna find him. And I'm gonna cut him down with this axe. Yeah, just like that guy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the edge of the butcher's lair. I know, because one nice thing about the butcher is when you find him, you know you have found him. So I am about to show you why I am so excited for tomorrow with the release of the butcher. Let's kind of clear out this area. Let's do this all proper like. Behind that door up ahead of me is where the butcher is. To give him his due. Cleaning up. Butcher got nothing on me. I'm the butcher. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna even save my game. I know it's a bit unheard of this run, but there, we saved it. Oh, let's kill this guy and then butcher time. You must die so that the butcher may live. Thank you. Alright, here he is. Like I said, this is probably going to be underwhelming to most. You have to understand... Oh, that was brilliant. At the time, this was terrifying.
Fresh meat.
So, this little scrawny butcher guy, he's not as big or intimidating as he looks in later games. But look at what he's doing! First of all... he's faster than me. Second of all, he killed me in seconds. And look, he just continues to hack. For any of you who missed that, let me reiterate again. This is the butcher.
Fresh meat.
Missed it? Missed how awesome he is? Let's try that again.
Fresh meat.
We'll just lock him in the room. How about that? That's my new plan. Here, we'll try shooting magic at him. Maybe magic will stop the butcher. Maybe that's all we needed. He's stuck on the door. He's not... Look, he's tough. Nobody said he was smart. Okay, we'll just cast this spell at him. Alright. Still not convinced that the butcher's awesome?
Fresh meat.
By the way, I have no armor now, thanks to that attack he just did. Alright. If you are not convinced as to how amazing the butcher is, after that, I don't know if I can help you. I don't know if I can convince you. For anybody curious how I actually beat the butcher, so first of all, I don't play the warrior usually in Diablo. I usually play the rogue. I equip a bow and arrow, and I find a room that I can go in that has a grate that I can shoot through, and I shoot him with arrows through the grate. That is how you kill the butcher. I don't know if that's the official. I mean, the alternative is you level up a bunch, and you fight him. And you fight him with better gear than I have. But as you can see, he can catch you. If you get him on the wrong angle, he gets that crazy diagonal speed boost, same as you. And once he starts hitting you, he doesn't stop hitting you. He's just gonna cleave you like crazy. He doesn't care. Butcher does not care. He's an unthinking, unfeeling killing machine. And he's coming to Heroes of the Storm. He's terrifying.
Fresh meat.
Ah, fresh meat. That's the Butcher. That's what the Butcher is about. He just chases you. Come over here, you think, alright, I don't have to worry about the Butcher. I'm safe. Guess what? He's still waiting. He doesn't care. He knows you're gonna be back. He knows it's a quest. He knows what needs to happen. He'll just wait for you. He knows you'll come back. And guess what? Boom. There he is. He doesn't even care. He's just right back after you. He's so powerful that he just made lightning happen outside. That's how good the Butcher is. You want to run away from him? He'll just follow you. He will just follow you till the end of time. Go up to the next level, you can do that. That's safe. See? Safe and sound from the Butcher. Now I don't have to worry about him. Except I came down here. Oh, and there he is. The Butcher. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Butcher. That is the origin of the character, and that is exactly why anybody who played Diablo 3 is probably disappointed by the Butcher that appeared there, but it is why I am so excited for the Heroes of the Storm version of the Butcher, because he's a lot like that guy. So, that'll be tomorrow. Thank you for this look back at the old Diablo. Diablo and the Butcher. Deckard Cain. Look at my desktop real quick. We'll go back to 90s. That's going to be it for the stream. That's what we're doing. We just wanted to look at the Butcher. We didn't even want to kill the Butcher, because I knew it wasn't going to happen. If I thought it was going to happen, then I would have played as a rogue, and I would have made it happen. But this was not a stream to defeat the Butcher. This was a stream to honor and respect the Butcher. And I think we did just that. So, have a good night, everybody. And we'll see, we'll probably take a look at the new Butcher, the Heroes of the Storm version, tomorrow. Bye.